From there, we go to the moral duties and responsibilities of employers and employees. So what is the duty? And how are employers and employees supposed to perform their work? What is particular duties or what is their rights? That is all what we are going to talk about in this topic. So we start with who is an employer? Who's an employer? An employer gives people jobs. It's an individual organization that gives people jobs for payment. So you, in basic terms, you say is giving people jobs for what? For payment. Those are employers. You can be employed by the individual, by a person. For example, if you come in my compound and I tell you, kindly, you can cut the grass, and then I pay you. I'm the employee at that instance. But I'm also employed by an organization. I'm employed by the C.R.E, yes? That is an organization. So they give me a job for what? For payment. That's an employer. And then we have employees. Those are the people paid to do a job. For example, I'm an employee of the C.R.E. So the rights of employers. What is your right? You're employing someone. What is your right? And as an employer, you've employed someone to do a job. What is that? What is your what? Your right. Number one is to carry out their businesses without unfair taxation from the government. Or you can just say to carry out their businesses without unfair treatment from the government. The other day I was giving you an example of China Square, and I was telling you when you go home, you go to China Square, it's been closed. It's been closed down. We've not even gone. It's been people are going there, like all of them. You see those things you're being taught, you're in IG, you're being sold for 3,000, they're just costing there 500 shillings. The whole of China just came to that show. Everything, people are taking our money away from us. Let's talk about cosmetic, everything of beauty, everything you see those bad sprays you keep on using, we tell you not to use the ones that you are putting for. Now the ones that are legit, the ones on you have your own bottle, they were just costing like, they were for 90 bob, 200, legit stuff. Everyone was there. If I can tell you the amount, it has been closed down. It was closed, I think, on Sunday. People complained. They said China is a mainstream distributor. It is the industry. It's not the retail. Should not be the retail. If you can talk about electronics, everything was there at a cheap price. Hey. It was closed down by this the CS of trade. It's called Korea. He said something. But that makes us learn as Kenyans that we are not loyal to our people. Yes? Because when these people were bringing those items, even if they were getting them at a good cost from their country, we tax them heavily. Yes? Because they were coming here. The whole mall belongs to a Kenyan, right? So they were paying rent also, right? Yes. It has been... But we hope it you did not. That's why I wanted you to go and experience, and you tell me, because everyone on TikTok was talking. I didn't even get to go, but everyone was posting, and everyone should go. They got even marketing without payment. Everyone was marketing for them. People stopped buying in IG. People stopped buying everywhere. Because for the last 2 weeks, it was that good. Now, but they closed down. Now we'll wait and see whether what the government will do. So you'll hear about it. You'll ask your parents when you go home. So we continue. That was by the way. So we were talking because we were talking about carry out their businesses without what? Unfair treatment from the government. They're supposed also to get profits from their businesses. That is another right of the employers. They also have a right to relate with other employers or associate with other employers. I call it relating with other employers. Which other employment body do you know except TSC? We have the Kenya National Examination Council. Yes, that's a body, an organization that employs. Yes, so NEC can be able to associate with TSC. There is also receive employees' work input. That's a right of the employers. To receive employees' work input, yes, to receive their work. To expect loyalty from the employees. I skipped that. Loyalty from their employees. They should operate without being blackmailed by the trade unions. Here, when we talk about a trade union, is like NAT. You see NAT or Coupet. That's a trade union. So the employer should operate without being blackmailed by the trade union. We'll talk about trade union when we're talking about industry action. So, operate without being blackmailed by the trade unions. And I gave you an example of NAT and the Coupet. And lastly, to open up new what? New business ventures without unnecessary difficulty. So from there we go to the duties. We go to the duties of employers to employees. So someone, she's called this. No one, I choose anyway. Read page 108.